Good timber never asks for attention. It rises unassumingly, its growth imperceptible to the eye. The lumbermen knew this, and grew much the same. Careers carved with crosscuts and calluses. Nothing came easy. Had professional football emerged when lumbering was illustrious, the men in the forest surely would have welcomed Josh McCown into their Bunyan-esque brotherhood. You see, nothing came easy for Josh McCown either. Years before he learned how to throw a tight spiral, scorching Texas summers were spent in his dad's pallet mill.
If this messes up, it can mess up the whole industry in all time.
But by his senior year at Sam Houston State, with strength in his limbs and the proper rhythm in his stroke, he cut a wide swath through the Southland.
McCown to Arizona. Now that's interesting. The fourth quarterback is from Sam Houston State.
Arizona now has a young quarterback who put some pressure on Jake Plummer.
McCown outlasted Jake Plummer in Phoenix, and every other quarterback drafted in 02 by at least 8 years.
Into the end zone, far side. Touchdown! Thank you, God! Yes!
Yes! Remember this feeling right now, how it feels. When you step on the practice field Wednesday, take this feeling with you and get it again next Sunday, okay? Remember this feeling. Don't forget it, fellas. It's a great win. There you go. Feels good.
Now, a single good flannel can last a lumberman a lifetime. But once McCown turned pro, he never could seem to find the right fit.
What do you think,
Didn't you used to play here?
Yeah. Third week in a row.
Yeah.
In his first 12 years, he played for 6 different teams, never once starting more than 13 games in a season.
McCown drops back, hit from behind and cut down at the 40.
He was like sawed in half.
He actually had McCown run a couple routes at wide receiver.
McCown?
Don't take anything away from Josh McCown. He's doing the best job that he can do. He's the backup quarterback at a wide receiver position.
It was funny in the locker room, like, hey, since you're a former Raider, you got to be captain. And he goes, well, if you use that criteria, he goes, I'm going to be captain a lot this year.
By 2015, McCown had moved into the mentorship stage of his career. First with Johnny Manziel in Cleveland, and then with Sam Darnold in New York.
Exhibit A of open the drive with a pick, took his team right down and scored. Yeah, that's pro quarterback. You know what I'm saying? What you about to do right here.
For 16 seasons, McCown had chopped wood without stacking much lumber, never once stepping foot on a field during a playoff game. He could see the forest for the trees. It was time to put down the blade, admit that it had lost its edge, and roll into a new career behind a desk, one probably not even made from real wood. But when a lumberman retires, he never forgets how sweet the sap smelled, how it felt to be in the forest, hacking, and how naked he feels walking by a tree without an axe in hand. Maybe that's why before he settled into his analyst chair, the 40-year-old listened when he heard the call of the Eagles. There would be one final season in the woods.
Thank you so much.
There you go, bro.
Thank you.
You're the man. Enjoy the game, okay? Get 5. All right. Get something out. Yeah. Yes, sir. We play today. We play next week.
Philadelphia would host Seattle in the wild card round. On the Eagles' second series, Carson Wentz was knocked from the game. All eyes turned to McCown. The lumberman's quarterback would see the first playoff action of his career.
You loose? I'm loose. 2 forward, 2 forward, 1 back, and let's go.
Let's go.
If I call you Carson in the headset, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Josh McCown, in his 17th year, 40-year-old quarterback, has played for too many teams to name before they snap the football.
Now, anyone who's ever heard a lumberman's story knows they rarely have a fairy tale ending. Almost immediately, McCown tore his left hamstring off the bone.
And now you got McCown hobbling back to the huddle.
All sawdust and sinew, he played through the pain, completing 75% of his passes.
He is giving it every single thing he has. Under these circumstances, you can't expect expect a backup quarterback to play any better.
But with one leg chopped out from underneath him, McCown was felled over and over by the Seahawks' defense.
4th and 7. Eagles trail by 8. McCown steps up. He is hit. And down he goes, and the Seahawks take over on downs. The game and the season is over for the Philadelphia Eagles. Believe me, this has been a valiant effort by Josh McCown. He took over and showed no butterflies at all. He looked every inch the veteran.
Dude, hell of a game, man. You freaking battled your ass off, dude. First playoff game, man. Come on, man. I know you guys down, man. No, you did not. Come in. Bro, we were this close, man. Nah, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough where I needed to be. I appreciate you, though, man.
McCown didn't go out on top, but lumbermen rarely do. A lumberman never leaves his job a crowned champion. He leaves it a warrior. He leaves it a man who gave it everything he had, scarred with experience. McCown held his head high, refusing to break down until he was out of sight. "17 seasons in the blink of an eye." His career had been no leisurely walk in the woods, and in the tunnel, a final winless winter threatened to reduce the lumberman's quarterback to splinters. Yet again, he rose.
I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that they called me. It's a heck of a ride. I left it all out there, I know that much. I've chased this my whole career. So to go out there and get to play in a playoff game was special.
It was a privilege to be a part of this year. Time of my life. I'm so thankful. Love you guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. Eagles on 3. 1, 2, 3, Eagles!
In nature, growth may be measured by rings. Not so in the NFL, and Josh McCown is living proof. The lumberman's quarterback. Some of the strongest timber the league has ever produced.